Hi everyone, I'm here to do some training about our teaching phonics in year one and what that looks like when we come into year one. So today we're going to look at that phonics teaching and the programs and schemes that we follow in year one. We are also going to look at the expectations that we have for children in year one and what we want them to be able to do at the end. And then we're going to finish with how you can support your child at home with their phonics learning. So in year one, we continue to use the Read Write Ink program. The Read Write Ink program starts in nursery where we think about the sounds of words. We play games like I Spy using initial sounds. Then we move on to reception where we look at starting to learn more sounds and blending these sounds together to make simple words. In year one, we look at learning set 2 sounds and moving on to set 3 sounds. We then blend these together to make a wider range of words and look at the alternate spelling for some sounds. We're going to look at what these set 2 and set 3 sounds are now. So here we can see we've got all of our sounds on a complex speed sound chart. This chart shows all of the set 1, 2 and 3 sounds. The set 2 sounds are where we start to look at what we call digraphs. This is where 2 letters are making one sound. So you've got the sound A, E, O, U. These are what we call vowel sounds, and they are made using 2 letters, A and Y, E and E, O and W, and double O. We also have a trigraph. This is where there are 3 letters making one sound. Like in I, we have an I, G, and H. Then set 3 sounds, we start to look at how some sounds are the same sound, but they are spelt differently. So we use our complex speed sound chart to help us with that. So here we can see the A sound, AY. We can also see that the A sound, AY, can be made using split, A and E, or A and I. So it can be spelt in different ways, but it still makes the same sound. These are called alternate graphemes. So we start to teach them in year one, and we use our complex speed sound chart to help us with that. So in the set 2 and set 3 sounds, which we can see here on our right, each sound has a rhyme to help the children remember that sound. And it also has a picture representation, which is as well with it as well. For example, you can see the sound at the top here in set 2 is A, and the rhyme is may I play. So to teach children, we show them the picture and we go through the rhyme, and then we show them the sound that they are learning today. A, may I play? So it is still really important that the children continue to practice all of these sounds. Here we can see the set 1 sounds that are on the first page. And then we also have the set 2 and 3 sounds on the second page. We continue to tell them about the sound so that they are still saying the pure sounds. Now a pure sound is when you pronounce each letter sound clearly. So you're not adding the on the end of sounds. For example, you wouldn't say f, you would say f, and you wouldn't say t, you would say t. And we still pick them up on their pure sounds in year one. And we make sure we're saying those set one sounds correctly when sounding out all of our words. So how do we say the set 2 and set 3 sounds? I have some videos here of how to say the sound and the pictures and rhymes that go with them. So here are the set 2 sounds.
The set 2 sounds. A. May I play? E. What can you see? I. Fly high. O. Blow the snow. Oo. Poo at the zoo. Look at a book. R. Start the car. Or. Shut the door. Air. That's not fair. Whirl and twirl. Ow. Shout it out. Oi. Toy for a boy.
And we also have the set 3 sounds with those alternate graphemes. So here are the set 3 sounds.
Set 3 sounds. E. Cup of tea. Oi. Spoil the boy. A. Make a cake. I. Nice smile. O. Phone home. Oo. Huge brute. Or. Yawn at dawn. Air. Care and share. Nurse with a purse. A better letter. Ow. Brown cow. A. Snail in the rain. O. Goat in a boat. Oo. Chew the stew. Ire. Fire, fire. Ear. Hear with your ear. Your. Pure, cure.
Okay, so they are the set 3 sounds. So we're now going to look at how we teach in year 1, how we teach those sounds. So in year 1, we also focus on what we call Fred in our head. I'm going to show you a video of the children using Fred in their head. This is where children, instead of sounding out loud, for example, saying k at cat, they're now doing this sounding in their heads. In year 1, we are focusing on that fluency and the speed of reading, and reading in their heads supports this. Here is a video of the children using Fred in their head in the classroom.
I'm going to do at thread in our head. So remember, when I push the pad forward, you tell me that word. Okay, so thread in your head.
Hide. Car. Nice. Smile.
So that was the children using threads in their head. They are now starting to look at those set 3 sounds. So it's taken them a little bit longer to sound in their head and read when I push it forward. When they are more confident with those sounds, we then look at using what we call speedy green words. These are words with sounds that our children are really used to. So they read them a lot quicker. This is where we are thinking about that fluency. They are not having to sound it out for as long in their heads. Here is a video of the children doing some speedy green words in the classroom.
Now we're going to do our thread in speedy green words. Okay, how speedy do you think we can do these words? Can we be super speedy?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Wing.
Well, go.
Wing. Wish. Wing.
Chess.
Think. Chop. Ship. Sing.
Thin.
Quiz.
Fantastic. Well.
So, what are the expectations at the end of year 1? At the end of year 1, we have something called a phonics screening check. This is where we see how well your child can use those phonics skills and how well they can apply what they have learned into a check. It is to identify those students that still need a little bit more phonics support. The check consists of 40 words, and in those words are some nonsense words. Now we call those alien words in our Read Write Inc program. You might hear them being called nonsense words or alien words. You can see we have some pictures of aliens next to those nonsense words on the right. So alien words are a collection of letters that still follow the phonics rules that your child's been taught, but they don't mean anything. It is getting your child to read these words using their phonics skills and rules that they know, and it's showing that they understand those rules and can apply them in a range of situations. The check will have a mix of alien words and real words. So for the last few years, the threshold mark to pass, which has been set by the government, has been 32 words correct out of 40. This threshold isn't released until after the checks, and the results are shared with you at the end of year reports. We are not sure what the threshold will be before the children do the check, but we know the threshold for the past years has been 32. However, children do progress at different speeds, and we do want to stress that not reaching the threshold score does not necessarily mean there's a serious problem, and your child will resit the check in the following summer term. By the end of year 1, we also want your child to be in Read Write Inc Blue Group. Here on the left, you can see the phonics overview chart. It has the levels of the books for Read Write Inc. So children start with red books in reception, and by the end of reception, we want them to be in purple group. By the end of year 1, we want them to be in blue group, moving on to grey books. These are the books that really start to focus on that fluency. They are reading a lot more text in the blue and grey group books. So, to get into the blue group, this is what they have to be able to read. This is a piece of reading that we would give them, and they are expected to read most of these words correctly and not make many errors. They are also able to read 60 to 70 plus words in a minute. You can see this is why we are focusing on those speedy green words, the thread in our head and the fluency, because they are having to read 70 words a minute. You can see numbers down the right hand side here, so they are expected to read to this sentence. This baby looks very funny indeed. And they have a minute to read up to there. They are also thinking about their intonation as they are reading, using their tone of voice when they are reading to show they have understood that text. So how can you support at home? Well, it's really important that you continue to read your child's reading book at home with them. They will be given 2 reading books in year 1. They come home with a Reader at Ink book and a storybook, which can be one of our Oxford Reading Tree storybooks. Please continue to read both of these books with them, and also make sure you have time for your own story time as well. When we have our library sessions, your child will bring home a book once a week. Please make sure you have time to read that storybook as well with them, as this is going to help their comprehension and that intonation that we discussed earlier. Please also continue to practice those set 2 and set 3 sounds frequently. You can use the videos in this PowerPoint of me saying the sounds and the rhymes. You could also look on the Reader at Ink website, as they have videos of how to teach the sounds. Or if you like, you could make some flashcards and play flashcard games with those sounds. Also, practice those alien words and words with the set 2 and 3 sounds. There are some great websites that will help you practice these nonsense words. We have websites called Phonics Play. It's got lots of games that are really simple and the children really like them. They're quick and they have alien words in there for them to practice as well. There are also some games on Top Marks. Make sure you click on the 5 to 7 year games and they will bring up those games that have the set 2 and set 3 sounds. Also, don't forget we have our school subscription to Reading Eggs, and Reading Eggs now has Phonics Play alongside it. So keep on using your Reading Eggs logins. Hopefully, this has given you a bit of an insight into the phonics teaching of year 1. I'm Miss Edwards, and if there's anything you need to do with your phonics teaching in school, please do send me an email through the school office, and I will try and support you in any way I can. Thank you for listening.